Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to make Starbucks egg bites. Don't they look amazing? They're not the same shape, but they taste really close to the Starbucks egg bites that we all love for a fraction of the cost. So let me tell you a quick story about how I even became turned on to the egglets. My husband ordered these off of an infomercial, and when the doorbell rang, when they came to be delivered, he was so excited. He showed them to me and he was just pumped, and I thought he was nuts. I had no use for them. In fact, I didn't use them at all. He used them a handful of times to make eggs for his salads or hard-boiled eggs just to take for a snack. I didn't touch them until I became totally obsessed with the egg bites from Starbucks. And that habit added up financially pretty quickly. So they're about $5 for 2 egg bites. And then you add your coffee and you're spending about $10 at Starbucks pretty quickly every morning. And it was just too much. I couldn't keep up. And since I didn't have a sous vide and didn't want to invest in that because I didn't know if I would really use it, I decided I would try these silly egglets that my husband bought on a whim from an infomercial. And now I use them all the time, and he was totally right. Mark it down, I said it, he was right. The egglets really work, and now you can even get them at your Dollar Tree for, I think, $4 for $1. So I would totally invest in these, even if they are a little bit ridiculous. My number one time-saving tip is start boiling your water as soon as you decide to make your egglets. By the time you get all of your ingredients prepped and they're ready to go, your water should be up to temp and ready to go. You're gonna need about 3 inches of boiling water so the egglets can cook all the way through and all the way around. So do that first. Let's start with the star of the show, the eggs. You can use whatever eggs you typically use, cage-free, brown, organic, whatever you typically use. The next main ingredient is your cheese. Again, I just kind of use what I have in my fridge. Today we're using sharp cheddar and a Colby Jack mix. Along with that cheese, you're also gonna need 1 tablespoon of cottage cheese for every egg you use. So we're doing 12 eggs today, so 12 tablespoons of cottage cheese. The next main ingredient is your protein. We typically use bacon just because that's what we prefer in the morning, but you can use whatever you like the best. Turkey bacon, sausage, ham, all of those meats will work. I used to waste a lot of time cooking the bacon fresh, but honestly, this stuff takes a quarter of the time and works just as well. The next decision you have to make is what spices you want to use. I think Starbucks typically just uses salt and pepper, and we do that as well, but we also add a little bit of red pepper for a little bit of pizzazz. Next step is to fill these with whatever meat you want. I usually put all my egglets on a cookie sheet so that I can move them around my kitchen while I'm doing all the other steps. And it's just easier to move them on one big tray than one at a time if I need more counter space. Obviously, you can fill these however you like. I typically just do a little bit, just enough for a little bit of that smoky bacon flavor. Okay, now let's make the mixture. It's very easy. As you can see, I already have my 12 eggs ready to go in the blender. I'm gonna add 3/4 cups of my sharp cheddar, then my Colby Jack, then, like I said, 12 tablespoons of cottage cheese, 1 per egg. There we go. And then salt and pepper. Remember, there's 12 eggs, that's a lot. So go ahead and be pretty generous with your salt and your pepper. And then red pepper flakes, again, this is just a personal preference. If you don't like spice at all, then don't add it. If you like a lot, add more. Then we're just gonna pop this right on the blender. Make sure you put the lid on good and tight, and then you're just gonna puree. This is not something that you can overmix. This is not a cake batter, this is not a bread mix. You cannot overmix this. So go ahead and just blend the heck out of it. make sure all the cheese is nice and blended in it. You don't want chunks of cheese. Also, this is when you're whipping in all the air, so you get that texture that that Starbucks has that's so good. So just really blend the heck out of it. Once I do that and I don't see any lumps or anything like that, I'm gonna go straight to my egglets because I don't want anything to settle. So each egglet has a little line right on the interior, and your goal is to try to get as close to that line without going over it as you can. So let's start filling these up. As you'll notice, I have more egglets than just 12, even though we only use 12 eggs. And that's because once you whip in all the air, you have the bacon and the cheese, you have more mixture than just a plain egg. It's not a 1-to-1 ratio. Now, really quickly, we're just gonna seal them up. Make sure your lid is on tight. It's really easy though. Now, with the power of editing, we're all ready to go and start cooking these up. So our egglets are done and our water should be boiling. It is, awesome. So now we just need to drop them in. So I have about 3 inches of water in here, and my egglets still kind of sit on the bottom of my pot, which is perfect. And I'm just gonna cram them all in there. Then set your timer for 15 minutes. So my 15 minutes is up. I like to double check and make sure that they're cooked all the way through. The easiest way to do that is to just pull one out and check and make sure that it's cooked all the way through. If it wasn't, you would see some gooiness on the very top. But this one's perfect, so they should all be ready to go. So, to save time and to make sure that my mornings go as smooth as possible, I like to go ahead and just put them right into the container I'm gonna take them to work with. That way they're all ready to go. And they should just fall right out. So they come out pretty seamlessly. That's the beauty of the silicone egglet. So as you can see, they pop out pretty seamlessly. And I know you can't tell from this video, but they're so creamy and so nice. They really have really close to the same texture as those Starbucks egg bites. I don't think you'll be able to tell the difference. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoy these. I hope they make your meal prep so much easier. And Monday morning, get out the door. You actually will have something nice and healthy to eat, and it will save you tons of money, tons of time. Thanks, guys.
If you like that video, remember to give it a thumbs up. Also, smash that subscribe button, and to get notified when new videos come out, ring that bell.